Welcome to the Glam Life Podcast, where we empower and inspire beauty professionals to take their careers to the next level. Your host, Victoria, is a certified business coach with over a decade of experience in the beauty industry, helping countless beauty professionals start and grow successful businesses. Now she's sharing her knowledge and expertise with you. Whether you're just starting out in the beauty industry or looking to take your business to new heights, this podcast is for you, covering topics like community, management, branding, and much more. So join us on this journey to build the beauty business of your dreams.
Hey, welcome to the Glam Life Podcast. I'm your host, Victoria Rocca. If you follow me on Instagram, then you know me as victoria.glam. And I'm your fucking host. I didn't know what to say. Okay, so this week we are talking about product development in the beauty industry. No, we already talked about that. We are instead going to be talking about actually launching and marketing a product in the beauty industry, right? I promised that I would do that, I don't even know, maybe 2 weeks ago. And then I was like, no. Before we get to like marketing e-commerce, I have to talk to you about marketing. So if you need a little bit of help with marketing, go back to last week's podcast. If you need a little bit of help when it comes to developing the product, go back 2 weeks ago. Cool? So today we're going to talk about actually marketing that e-commerce product that we created. So we created a product, we talked about marketing, now we're going to marry them together. Does that make sense? Okay, I'm going to stop rambling, I promise. So social media is intertwined with e-commerce intensely. Because you could have, your entire platform is online when you're selling e-commerce, right? Whether that's a Shopify store or an Amazon store or your own website where you sell things, it doesn't matter. It's all online. It's in the digital space. So how else? No one's going to walk past your shop and see that you're selling something. It all must be online, right? So you're driving traffic there through social media. This is a critical component of success for your e-commerce business. The platforms that you're using are going to allow you to reach your target customers, like Brittany from last week, and build brand awareness. People have to just know who you are, what it is that you do. My friend Sheila used to say, you could be the best artist in the world, but if no one knows who you are, they cannot purchase your art. And doesn't that make sense? Isn't that completely true? I would say yes. So e-commerce platforms like Amazon, Shopify, Etsy, they all provide beauty businesses with this unique opportunity that I want to reach through the phone, reach through the computer, and strangle you if you're not taking advantage of this right now, because this is a unique opportunity that has never existed in the history of mankind. For free. You can make as many advertisements per day that you want. And you tell me, I don't want to show a face to camera. I don't want to show my face on camera. I don't want to talk. It feels really uncomfortable. You are ridiculous because you used to have to pay thousands of dollars for an ad on TV or to rent a billboard for a month or phone space in the phone book for people to even know who you were, and they might just flip right past you and you only get that one shot. You have unlimited shots right now for free and you're wasting those. I'm sorry I yelled, but I feel like no one's hearing me. This is something that 2-3 generations ago, people wouldn't believe that you have this opportunity. You're telling me that I can create something and I can talk to people who are actually interested in it, thanks algorithm, as many times as I want per day for free. Yes, that's true. So, man, I'm still kind of riled up from what I just was saying, but I'm very passionate about it. You can literally use Instagram, Facebook, Pinterest, TikTok, and create engaging content that appeals to your Brittany, your ideal client, as many times per day as you want to. These platforms allow entrepreneurs to build a loyal following and actually engage with them. You can talk to them, they can talk back, and you guys can have a whole conversation. Hello DMs, hello comment section. Promote your products, promote your services, increase brand awareness, let people know that you even exist or what it is that you even do. I just can't believe that some people literally will tell me while I'm coaching, I also coach beauty businesses. People will literally tell me like, oh, I don't know, I just can't do it. I don't know. It just makes me so nervous. Girl, are you joking? Because you can delete that video and re-record it and edit it as many times as you want. But is the cost of being a little uncomfortable for 30 seconds while you're recording worth the price you pay of not reaching, I don't know, I think I reached 384,000 accounts last month? Are you serious? I have a reel right now with over 500,000 views on it. 500,000 chances to create brand awareness. Are you serious? People say, well, when you go viral, those people might follow you for a little while or they might come and look at your content, but do they actually buy anything? No. So I don't care if I go viral. Well, I would tell you, you are very short-sighted. You are probably someone who would cut your nose to spite your face. Or as my mother would say, they can't see the forest for the trees. Because what I've done is introduce myself to 500,000 people. Hello, hi, nice to meet you. 500,000 people. Who am I? Chris Brown. I couldn't get that many people in one room to want to be introduced to me. I couldn't entertain that many people at one time, even if I wanted to. But I've done so. Right here on my phone from my bedroom, which is where I recorded that video. It's not salacious at all. I have a really great makeup corner with great lighting, so I film there a lot. It doesn't matter. So anyway, those people, let's say even just half of them ignore me. 50% of them ignore me. Great. 250,000 people, which, if I reached 384,000, it was more than that. But let's say 250,000 people came and looked at my account. Okay. What if 10% of those people said, this is interesting and I want to follow it? Okay. So 250 new followers. Cool. So every day when I post something or post to my story, I am now talking to 250 new acquaintances. So I have a chance every day to entertain these people and let them know what it is that I do and make it look fucking cool. And let's say 10% of them decide that they are interested in that kind of life and they might want to do that same thing because that's what I sell, right? Training. So that's 25 applicants. 25 applicants now who came from that one reel that I did 3 months ago. It was before Christmas even. 25 new applicants. So was it worth the 30 seconds of my time when I created it? I would say yes. Because, at, I don't know, what's the average course costing these days? About $4,000 or $5,000 times 25. That's great money. Taylor and I can feast off of that for a long time. I can pay my property taxes. That would be great. It's such a great chance for you to actually meet the right people who are actually looking for your service, for your product. So to ignore it and say, oh, I'm just simply not going to show up on social media is crazy to me. Crazy. Especially when there are platforms who will do all the hard work for you. Fulfilled by Amazon? Are you joking? If all I have to do is create a pipeline to the place where people can click purchase and that's it, Amazon will fulfill everything else? Girl. Oh, grab the camera. I'm going to be shaking my ass all day, baby. You don't even have to dance on Reels. Nobody cares about this shit anymore. No one's doing these TikTok dances anymore. Just the kids. Let the kids have that. I'll just show up and educate you. And I'll show you why the product is great. And I'll show you why my customers love my product. Why their clients are so comfortable and love their product. Because I sell numbing, Yeah. So I think showing up consistently and utilizing those social media channels for free and utilizing platforms that sell for you, such as Shopify, Amazon. You could do fulfilled by Amazon, or you could do the fulfillment yourself. You could build your own platform on your website to sell. Of course, that's going to be a little bit more advanced because you'd have to be able to code and make sure that there are things like, I don't know, I have a buy in bulk code, and then I have coupon codes, and I have to track my inventory so that we don't accidentally oversell, all that kind of stuff. So Shopify, WooCommerce actually lets me do all of that, and it was a little confusing at first, but I watched a few TikToks and I swear I'm a genius at it now. genius. Who am I, Kanye? I don't know. I love WooCommerce. Shopify is great also. Skin Things is a Shopify product. Brow Sister is a WooCommerce product. Fulfilled by Amazon is amazing, though they do make you jump through a lot of hoops, specifically if you are pharmaceuticals or cosmeceuticals. So you got to have a lot of paperwork and proof and insurance, and if you run into a robot, you might need a little bit of help. So shout out Yosef. He's very helpful with me there. So yeah, I think find a place that you're going to actually host the thing that hopefully will take a lot of the workload off your shoulders, and then just, utilize the advantage that you've been given over every other person that's ever existed on the face of the planet. Free advertisement constantly. A challenge, though, I would say, would be keeping up with constantly changing algorithms. Trends on social media platforms, right? Creating content that resonates with your target audience and keeps them engaged, but also appeases the almighty algorithm, because sometimes the algorithm's like, that's old, we're not really pushing that out anymore, that kind of thing. So taking a trend that you see and then making it relevant to your brand and making sure that it still speaks to Brittany specifically, that's a little bit of a skill set that you're going to have to hone and create for yourself. I think personally that I do this pretty well for Brow Sister. I give the bottles like eyes and lips, and I talk for them and make them into little caricatures. One's a woman, one's a man, and they're in some kind of like relationship or something. I don't know. So it's like a little storyline, right? But it allows them to do the trends instead of me standing there holding a bottle. I let the bottle kind of do the different trends. So when there's trending audio, maybe they lip sync the words, or I turn it into some kind of soap opera for them. And Brittany thinks that's really funny because we grew up with Saturday morning cartoons. Kids don't do that anymore. So you have to know who your ideal client is so that you can adapt the trend for that person, if that makes sense. And if you don't understand what I mean, just come to my social media clinics over at Pretty Rich Bosses. My final thought I would say would be that e-commerce and social media are both very powerful tools, and you need to use both of them in order to grow your product-based business, or even your service-based business, honestly. If you're selling services, you might not need, a Shopify account, but certainly you need a place that people can place deposits or that people can purchase your courses, right? You still need a processing server. You still need a landing page where they can get information. Making sure that you marry the technology with the content and gear it towards your ideal client are going to be kind of like the holy trinity of selling online, I would say. So use these marketing strategies. I promise you they are effective. You can reach out to me anytime that you would like to. If you have, confusion, if you have questions, if you need inspiration, if you need me to scream at you to get on camera, DM me anytime. We can always, I promise always, continue this conversation over on Instagram in my DM. You can find me at victoria.glam. And if you don't want to continue the conversation there, that's fine, because I will be back in your ears next Monday morning. See you then.